Brace yourselves, the slime pets are officially back. Hey cuties, Peachy here, welcome back to a new video, and in this video, we're going to be getting into the latest episode of Rainbow High's Season 4, Episode 14, The Big Day Off, which is also the longest Rainbow High episode at 20 minutes long, which means Season 4 is in fact not over like we all thought it was, and they're not wasting any time with the big reveal of this episode being the now reintroduced slime surprise pets. So let's get into it. So it begins with Lou Wright, obviously the headmistress, welcoming, wishing everyone a good morning in the halls of Rainbow High, and saying that this is actually a surprise staycation day. So there's no school, there's no classes, there's no nothing. They just can do whatever they want, and that's what they'll do the rest of the day. They can go anywhere they want. Some of them, like Stella, will go traveling abroad for a quick little beach trip, and then some of them, like the OG gang that will follow, stayed in their dorms. So here in this shot, I wanted to show y'all a close-up of this picture actually, which seems to be like a storyboard, a sequence of what the end of all of the Colors music video looked like. This is the exact sequence from that music video at the very end. You know, Amaya going through the door, everyone's dancing in the background, and then she encounters her, gang, her BFFs, and then she runs towards them. So I just thought that was a very interesting Easter egg to put in here as like an actual storyboard sequence. I kind of feel like maybe this is also an Easter egg because it does imply that all the Colors music video holds more importance than maybe that we know of. Maybe it really is the goodbye of this era for Rainbow High, but I guess we won't know until next year for sure. All the girls are going to the Rainbow Union, and here we can see in the shot all of the new characters we have. Lilac, we have Pinkley and Blue, and we have Kaya here again. It's been a while since we've been here in this location. They're taking a quiz to find out what their true color is, and of course every character lands their corresponding color, except for Amaya, who is the whole rainbow, but because of that, her answer was inconclusive. So she gets a little bit in her head about that in this whole episode. So Violet, in the meantime, she was off to give Stella her beach bag because Stella is going across. She's going to the beach, flying in her private jet because, she is a descendant of the royal family or something, right? So that's what she's doing. The others, again, they're all staying here, and we get to find out what their plans are for the staycation. So first we have Bella and Ruby, who are gonna work on something for the Rainbow Union to display. Then we have Poppy, who's gonna work on her baking since she's never been able to bake before. Then we have Jade and Skylar, who are just gonna do nothing. Just nothing at all. And then we have Violet and Sunny, who are gonna spend some quality time together. Jade and Skylar, first up here, they don't want to do anything. Their plan is to do nothing. But of course, after 2 seconds of doing nothing, they're like, let's do something. So they do some laundry. Then they try out some beauty products that Jade hasn't tried out before. And then they get some lunch. And then they go to see what Poppy's up to, which is here, we see that Poppy's baking with Amaya. And Poppy mentions that this is going to be their birthday gift, a holiday gift for the holidays. So little cookies and stuff, which is so cute. And then they get an idea. They could also do that same kind of holiday gifts for their friends. So that's what they're doing. They are preparing custom little scrunchies and lip glosses for each of the girls. So here we have the final results. And it really looks really fun. We have Ruby, Poppy, Sunny, Amaya, Violet, and Bella. When they arrive back to their, dormitories, that's when they actually end up doing nothing because they're so tired that they end up falling asleep watching a Pacific Coast High, which I'm still so shocked that we only ever got one episode of Pacific Coast High. Isn't that just insane? Only one episode in season 3. Never again we got an episode. Next sequence is all about Amaya and Poppy figuring out how to bake. So Amaya helps Poppy bring out all these groceries into the dormitories. As we can see here, there's a lot of stuff here, from utensils to baking ingredients, and that's because Poppy wants to bake her very first cake, which is this huge, multiple tier orange creamsicle cake with like ganache and everything, which is very complicated. So Poppy has a lot of high expectations, and she's like very ambitious because she doesn't want to do only music. She wants to do something other than music and try a new hobby for herself. But Amaya tells her that this is just like music. You got to begin simple. And then you can work up to more complex things. So they find a new recipe that is perhaps a little bit less complicated. And they start off with a 1 bowl recipe. And they end up landing on this recipe for a batch of cookies with some simple chocolate glaze. Amaya comes in and starts to help her out with the other ingredients and, trying to mix up the flavor, getting just the right wavelength of flavors, which is like an analogy that they use for creating music and also, baking a cake or baking cookies. They actually end up baking like a ton of stuff. They have cookies, then we have some macarons, and then we have the actual cake. They actually baked the cake. So they ended up baking the cake after all, which is, so I don't know, it takes time to bake, so I don't know how much time has passed, but it seems to me that they really they baked all these goods like way too quickly. And would you look at that, here are Jade and Skylar right in time to try out these delicious treats. So they give them a slice of cake. It does look really good, not gonna lie. Of course, Jade and Skylar love it, and Amaya even has an idea to sell the baked goods whenever Poppy has a set to do, as a DJ. Next up, we have Bella and Ruby, who are both at the Rainbow Union trying to, brainstorm ideas for what they could do as a new centerpiece at the Rainbow Union. So they have a ton of ideas, but they can't seem to find one that they both agree on. So they end up leaving it to fate, putting all the ideas in little, papers, and then, leaving it up to fate and deciding by just a random pull of the hat which idea they would get. But even so, they still come up with excuses to not do the ideas, and then so they end up not getting anywhere at all. Then Amaya arrives here to help them out, asking how it's going. Obviously, Amaya is still bothered about her inconclusive results at the quiz from the morning, as she explains to Ruby and Bella. And then so, of course, Ruby gives her a little pep talk explaining that it's all about showing off your true colors and not just any one. You can be a lot of things and just finding the right combination of it all. And so Amaya ends up, realizing, yes, it's true. I guess she finally remembered that she's all the colors, she is the rainbow, and she's not just one color alone. That's actually where they also find a conclusion with the idea for the Rainbow Union creation. Instead of just landing on one idea, they end up going with multiple ideas to create one to combine all together. So they end up going with something that is like an installation piece with fiber arts, and her favorite color, Amaya's favorite color, which is obviously the whole rainbow. So they end up going with some crocheting, like they crochet the whole the tree. I don't know. I guess it's cool. That's fiber, right? And then like all the colors, and it is on the tree, which is in the center already. So yeah, that's fun. Kaya's here. She's like, yes, I love what you did here. You gave my tree a sweater. I love that for you. It really looks like a sweater. And they end up leaving the yarn here so that more people can join in and add their own little patterns and stuff to crochet. So that's what they end up going with. That's the last we'll see of the other girls. Now we're focusing on Sunny and Violet. So Sunny and Violet, they're wandering around Rainbow High when Violet remembers that she has misplaced her phone. She has lost her phone. Unmistakably, it's just gone. So Sunny's like, don't panic, breathe in and out, and try to remember when was the last time you saw the missing phone. So Violet's like, well, I last saw it at my locker. So they go to try her locker, where it's not the phone. The phone is not there, unfortunately. But then they do some more digging. Why was Violet out at her locker in the first place? Well, because she was there to get her bag to Stella. So she asks Stella really quickly, texts her if that's the case, and Stella confirms that yes, she has in fact Violet's phone, and she's already at the beach. So, she will have to wait until Stella is back from her trip at the end of the day for Violet to be able to get her phone back. So as of the time being, Violet is now left on detox. She no longer has her phone, which is a big deal because obviously, remember, she is an influencer and it's like her world to her. So Sunny's like, I'll keep you entertained, I'll keep you busy, I'll keep your mind off of things. But as they're about to leave, a locker behind them spills some tea, quite literally. Well, a crystal, I guess. Yeah, so a locker behind them just randomly, a crystal drops out of it for no reason. I don't know how it just happened. I don't even know how the crystal fit into the locker. It's a huge thing. So, but yeah, they noticed. Sunny's like, what is this? Oh my, what in the magical rainbow surprise? Oh, do you see what I did there? She said the thing. Rainbow surprise being like the ancestor to Rainbow High. Get it? So yeah, it's a little Easter egg as well. So Violet is like, we should probably like put it back where it came from because it's like a crystal just like randomly coming out of a locker. Maybe we don't touch it. But she goes up to it and then she sees that the locker is actually like super dusty and probably has never been opened in like a very long time. So that means that these crystals could potentially be, just thrown around randomly in the Rainbow High School, just in hidden spots where people just never found them so far. Because I mean, this one was literally in a locker randomly in a hall somewhere. So what does this tell you? That is definitely very sus. That's very interesting. So Sunny is like, you know what? Maybe we should just take it with us because it's like a crystal. It's cute. It's glowy. It's glittery. It's got glitter. She's like, this is my baby now. My baby. Thank you very much. Violet's like, no, Sunny, it's a crystal, not a baby. Okay, snap out of it. And then Sunny's like, yeah, but like, look at it. There's obviously something inside of it. It's magical. And I mean, this line to me confirms that, because before with Shadow High, we kind of had theories like, okay, like, is there magic at Rainbow High? Is there magic established in the Rainbow High world? Before we weren't sure, but now, I mean, it's real. It has to be legit that magic is canon in the Rainbow High world. I mean, literally, look at this crystal. They end up taking the Eggy Boo, their new baby, with them to the dormitories where, obviously they remembered that, it's the crystal is kind of similar to like how they had to take care of like little chicks, before they hatched. And so they kind of apply that same method here with this crystal, keeping it warm and soft and fuzzy, and they become egg parents, I guess. So they put stickers on the crystal because of course you would, and some googly eyes for good measure. Then they see Poppy here cracking some eggs, and so they're like, I'm offended. Our baby cannot see this. Come on, let's get out of here. So they take a batch of macarons and get out of there. And Poppy's like, what is happening? What am I looking at? What is happening? A little while later, they're reading the crystal a bedtime story, basically. And then they go to sleep. But then something happens. The hatching begins. It's like an earthquake, but nope. It's just the crystal wiggling and glowing, and so they're like, oh my god, it is hatching. It's coming out right now. It's time. Let's prepare. So yeah, it pops. The crystal, it opens up, and out of it comes this gremlin, this creature of the damned, this soulless piece of capitalistic corporation greed, this thing that feeds on people's souls and money. It flies. It's a crystal. It's a unicorn. Like, at least Violet is like the only one who's a little bit like reacting as like a real person would. She's like, oh, welcome to the world, little one. This is like the weirdest thing that's ever happened to us. She's like, this is the most incredible and weird thing that's ever happened to us. Sunny, immediately took it in her arms, and we don't even know like if it has a name yet. We don't know if it can speak, but what we do know is it can float and fly, and it has like magical powers, perhaps, of pooping slime. Oh my god. But yeah, Violet realizes again they didn't capture any footage, so she's very mad. But honestly, like, it's not like a big deal because they still have the creature, so they can still prove to people that here it is, right? It's real. We're not crazy. So I don't think it's a big deal. But yeah, here it is. It's here. It's here. It's here. It's happened. It happened. They're back. The slime pets are officially back. I mean, I was not expecting this reveal to happen in this episode. Like, no, never. But as soon as I saw the crystal, I was like, oh god. Oh no, it's gonna be this little thing coming out, crawling out of it. And you just know what this means. You know what this means, girl. So yeah, listen, if they animate this little thing pooping slime and then the girls play with the slime, that's definitely gonna go too far for me. So I hope to God that they never do the poop slime gimmick again. No one wants to see the Rainbow High girls, playing with their pets, and then they poop, and then they play with no, like, girl, ew, no, I'm sorry. Even if it's like magical, even if it's like magic, I don't care, girl. We're not playing with poop slime. I'm not. This is not. No one asked for this. Or even if they're just throwing up slime, I don't want to see Ruby be like, oh my god, look, you guys, it threw up slime. Look how shiny it is. Look how slimy and glittery it is. Oh, look, it's like, no. No, we have boundaries, okay? I don't want to see any of the girls play with any type of slime that comes from these creatures. I don't care if they're crying slime. I don't care. It's not happening. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it, okay? Just imagine they're like throwing up slime, but it's so normal for the girls. They're like, yay! Slime. Oh my god, I can't even. So yeah, that's my nightmare. Like a scene, like, no, please. So yeah, because like we know slime gimmick is also coming back. We've seen the packaging. The pets, again, they already got introduced. So like, how is the slime gonna get incorporated into the actual mythos of Rainbow High? Like, or is it not gonna get actually cleared up? Like, is it just going to be like a play gimmick and it's not going to actually get into the show? Or yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, we have our first look at one of the pets. It seems that all of the pets will have like a horn, but maybe they might be like different species. Like this one's like a teddy bear. Maybe we'll have one that's like a dog or cat or bunny or fish or whatever. Maybe each girl will have their own respective pet. I mean, listen, like it just, look at these eyes. Like there's no soul here. Like there's nothing behind those eyes. Like this is just pure terror, and look, it's soulless. Like it just wants to gobble me up. This thing wants to eat me. Like it's it's scary. It doesn't look good. I also don't understand why they had to make these pets crystallized looking. Like the original slime pets didn't look this way. They looked like actual like figurines that just had big eyes and lashes, but they never had this like crystallized look. So that's definitely new. I don't know. I don't think it looks amazing. Like it's fine, but like I don't see the appeal like long term. But yeah, it's happening. They're gonna come with all of the new dolls. The core dolls, at least, the slime as well. I'm just worried how this is all gonna impact Rainbow High, the OG Rainbow High girls, and like the Rainbow High lore as we know it. Like, how is Storywood gonna get implemented into this world? How is Shadow High gonna, work with this? Like, are they gonna ever explore this all these questions that they've now opened Pandora's box with? Like now we have all these questions, like, is magic real? What's with Shadow High? Like all these questions, are they ever going to answer any of the questions? Like, are we ever going to get a straightforward answer like, yes, magic is real? I don't know, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But for now, yeah, I don't know. It's not giving. I don't love it. I'm confused. I'm terrified, but also confused and a little bit like intrigued, but like just a little bit. Yeah, so this was definitely very unexpected, from the runtime being 20 minutes long, from there being another episode at all, because again, I was so convinced that this was going to be the last of season 4, and then the big reveal being these slime surprise pets at the very end coming from a crystal, and there's magic, and apparently everyone's like not questioning it at all. Yeah, I have a lot of questions now with this big reveal. But what are your theories on these little critters? Do you think that there will be one for every of the OG girl? And I was actually thinking about this. I think maybe these little animals might give, each of their corresponding characters superpowers, like kind of like a magical girl aesthetic, like Miraculous Ladybug or like Sailor Moon, kind of like in that vein. Because, I mean, come on, at this point, what's new? What else could they do? I feel like it wouldn't surprise me at all. And I'm calling it right now. If they get superpowers, I called it. But yeah, that was the episode. Please let me know what you think of this whole mess down below. Are you excited? Are you nervous? Are you just confused like me? Let me know down below. I hope y'all enjoyed. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and become a member today so you don't miss out when I post more content like this coming your way daily and keeping you up to date with all the loyalty you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time. Stay peachy. Kisses.